Hello everybody, this is Indie Reactors. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Carrod slash one lockpick slash Super Dude Studios Iceberg chart. The Gooderest Trio, as Carrod has said. Yeah, he texted me saying that it was called the Gooderest Trio. I got all this information through them, since not really one lockpick, I'm not in contact with one lockpick, but he was okay with being on the chart. Super Dude Studios and Carrod, yeah, they both gave me the information to make this, and honestly, shout out to them. Oh, I'm not used to working Google Docs on a phone. Alright, at the very top of the iceberg, in the sky, we have Super Dude Studios 1 Lockpick and Carrod slash Carrod Animations. Of course, that's just the channels right there, of course. If you know them, then you know the channels. Faceless is the series that Carrod has. It's basically the main thing that people watch him for. Not really the main thing that people watch him for, they watch him more for those. They probably watch him more for his random stop motion shorts. But still, Faceless it's doing really well on his channel. If you know Carrod, then you know Faceless. Edits are the edits that both Carrod and Super Dude Studios make. As with Super Dude Studios, those are his most popular videos, his edits of MSS Blue, and then his edit of Boneworks it's not as popular. Then again, and in the comments he did say that he made it for a friend, which might be why. But still, Carrod makes edits of his animations. Super Dude Studios tends to make edits of MSS Blue. Blocks Fruits is, well, that's one lockpick. A lot of Blocks Fruits videos. Just a lot of Blocks Fruits. On to the second slide. Tornado Series by Carrod, Carrod vs. One Lockpick Subwar, The Watching Incident, Faceless Reactions, Collaborations, Faceless Mutations. Tornado Series is just Carrod's series that he's doing right now about where he makes like tornadoes. Like he just animates tornadoes. I haven't checked the view counts on them. I think they're doing well. I don't know if they are. Probably in comparison to the rest of his videos, they might not be doing well, or they are doing. I don't know. Carrod vs. One Lockpick Subwar. That was the subwar that was going on for a while, where One Lockpick was trying to continue having more subs than Carrod, and Carrod was trying to just get more subs than One Lockpick. So yeah, that's your explanation right there. Recently, Carrod won, but since One Lockpick has started uploading again, I think this is going to turn into a really long subwar. A really long, drawn-out subwar. Since now they're at relatively the same subscribers. Faceless reactions. I'm glad that they put me on the channel, so on the Iceberg chart. Since Faceless reactions, hey, that's me! That's my reactions to Faceless. The third one, well, we recorded it and my phone didn't have enough storage. So, not the best. So we had to have Carrod record it since it's an interview with Carrod. So I had to have him record it, and there are a lot of problems with all that. which is why the third Faceless Reactions hasn't come out. But yeah, collaborations. Well, I mean, in the watching incident, you see Carrod being mentioned in the credits, and in Faceless, you sometimes see Superhit Studios being mentioned in the credits. From what I can tell, they are just really close when it comes to working together on projects. Within my interviews with Carrod, as well as Superhit Studios, but those interviews really aren't about anything. Also, thank you, Superhit Studios, for the thumbnail. So, anyways, collaborations. That's basically just the channels collaborating with one another. I That's Carrod and one Lockpick collaborating, maybe one Lockpick and Superhit Studios collaborating, maybe Superhit Studios and Carrod collaborating, maybe all three of them collaborating on one single thing, maybe. But that's just what they mean by collaborations. Faceless mutations, it's basically just the infecteds in Faceless mutating, I believe. It's probably that. And then the watching incident. That is just the main reason people watch Superhit Studios right now, I believe. Even though they're not doing as good as his MSS Blue edits, that is still just his current main project that he's working on. I wonder when Part 3 will be released. I think it's probably going to be in the next few months. But anyways, the watching incident is that horror series that Superhit Studios is doing over on his channel. He recently released a remade version of Part 1, which just ups the runtime, massively ups the quality of it. And currently he told me that he's planning Part 3 and Part 4 together with Carrod. So, yeah. It's probably going to be a while before we get Part 3 or Part 4. Especially with the fact that he told me he's getting a little burnt out. He then told me that he wasn't going to stop working on the watching incident, though. I don't know what he meant by that, but if it's burning him out, then he really shouldn't. Carrod is currently pretty close to releasing Faceless Part 4. He told me that it's almost done. Sorry, Episode 4 of Faceless. I can't wait to see One Lockpick's final return. Not really final, but just I can't wait to see him return. I can't wait to see the Watching Incident Part 3 and 4, Faceless Episode 4. I think I explained everything on this. Oh yes, old Superhit Studios videos. That's stuff like the Wanted trailer, probably Meet the Spy, but some funny stuff happens. Or if you check the title card in it, Meet the Pornography Spy. Seriously, you are not failed out. You are not failed out. One Lockpick Abandonment. Yeah, if you've been wondering why I've continuously stated that One Lockpick is returning, oh he's returning, oh he's returning. He temporarily just quit YouTube. He just temporarily quit. Don't ask. Alright? Superhit Studios decided to give me all these alarms, and I've just been too lazy to remove them. Seriously, So I have an alarm for every hour. Anyways, One Lockpick's song playlist is the playlist of songs on One Lockpick's channel. Carrod gaming videos is the gaming videos that Carrod that I believe Carrod wants to make but hasn't. From some screenshots that Super Studios told me, it's more videos that he wants to make than videos he hasn't made. Hella Bean is a re-upload. Yeah, he privated the original video for some reason. I forget why. But then he uploaded it and called it Helly Bean because I do remember that it was a different name. The Bunny is his video about the bunny, that horror video. I think that it was honestly really good. And so before I continue, I'm just gonna remember, always have a drink when you're recording. It will be a lifesaver. Random.file. I believe that is I believe random.file is that one guy that keeps appearing in Carrod's videos. In fact, I believe he was the one dodging all the bullets in that bullet dodge video. But yeah, he just appears in a ton of Carrod's videos. He's basically an Easter egg. FDC case. It's Carrod's FDC case videos. You know those like analog horror-esque ones where it's basically analog horror but it's Lego. Yeah, that. He put random.file in here twice. Yeah, some stuff was added by the actual, Super Studios, Carrot Animations, One Lockpick. Some stuff was added by them. Yeah, random files on here twice. What? There are two Larrys. There are two Larrys. Carrod once lost the minifigure for Larry, but then found him again after he had already replaced him. So now there's just two Larrys. Carrod versus One Lockpick back and forth. I think they might be currently just going up and down and not really up and down in subs, but just basically getting more subs than one another, just like constantly because of the fact that it doesn't really take a lot to get like 3, which is all they really need to surpass one another each time. So Jane works with Harold. This is Faceless. The character Jane works with the character Harold. Probably on the infection if I'm remembering it right. Because Harold did admit to being part of, making the infection in part 3. Episode 3, dear God. Anyways. Faceless Season 2 possibilities. Carrod is debating with himself and probably other people about if he wants to make part 2. Sorry, Season 2. Why do I keep saying part 2? Dear God. One Lockpick Roblox group. One Lockpick has a Roblox group. Where was Larry in episode 2? Larry was missing in Faceless episode 2. Alright. Now here. Nope. Carrod has. Hang on, let me just make sure that. Yeah, that's the correct one. Carrod had plans for vids up to 2038. He has just a lot of videos, just a lot of plans. One lockpick, second and third C. I mean, he mainly posts Blox Fruits videos. If you know anything about Blox Fruits, then I don't think that needs much explanation. Carrod could have seen from Faceless because it was too gory. Faceless episode 3. Officer T is a Terminator. Officer T in Faceless is a Terminator, I guess. Who was behind Officer T on the road? That might have been Random File, I think. Possibly. I purposely avoided watching Faceless in this video so that if I do say something, then I don't know if I say something that's not explicitly on the iceberg, like the answer to that question, then I won't have the official answer if it doesn't want to be answered. Maybe that was stupid, maybe that wasn't stupid. Jeremy's in Skateboard Guy 3 and 4. The Jeremy minifigure is in Skateboard Guy 3 and 4. In fact, I believe Skateboard Guy is also in Faceless. Like, you see a skateboard at one point. I believe he used a skateboard to show that Skateboard Guy dies in Faceless. Old Super Deed Studios channels. Super Deed Studios throughout the years has had a whole ton of YouTube channels, as well as one that he wants me to not mention, for reasons that he wants me to not mention. I found it, but I can't mention it because of his own privacy. And then he has Super Deed Studios. If you check the handle for his current YouTube channel, you see that it's Super Deed Studios 2.0. He went from, like, Right Hand Man 282 to then Super Deed Studios. Now Super Deed Studios 2.0, technically, but still Super Deed Studios. He's just had a lot of channels because he's been flip-flopped through phones and emails and stuff like that. 5 subscribers first day. Carrod, I believe, had 5 subscribers first day. One of the channels did. Carrod and Super Deed Studios Duolingo accounts. Sorry for that yawn. Carrod and Super Deed Studios Duolingo accounts. They do Duolingo. They do Duolingo. Why? Tell me, why do they do Duolingo? You don't need to learn 25 languages in order to make a stop motion video. You don't need to learn a different language. You don't need to. Why? Why are you doing Duolingo? So anyways, one of the infecteds in Faceless, from Faceless, say, have Stitch. I don't know where that is. Remember, some small things that I couldn't have possibly gotten on my own were, well, they were added by the actual people. One Lockpick food videos. One Lockpick has some food videos, apparently, that he probably has privated. Harold might die in episode 6. Harold from Faceless might die in Faceless episode 6. Honestly, that dude deserves it. You made the infection, you should die. I don't care how he dies. I think it would be kind of poetic to have him die to the first ever infected. That would be really cool. But still have him die. He does not deserve to live to the end of the series. 6 frames mushroom. Mushroom, 6 frames. 6 frames. Carrod, animating mushroom.